You Just Have to Laugh the podcast. Take one. And for some reason, Tom, the music's not coming on. I'm recording. You know, I've got the You Just Have to Laugh music. There it is.
Take two.
No. See, folks, that's the best thing about these podcasts, Tom. That's what I love, man. You do these podcasts and we laugh at ourselves. You can't laugh at yourself, you ain't going to make it.
That's a fact.
That's the bottom line. And the reason we did that with the clap and do that, we're recording this for Tom's YouTube channel, and so we needed to sync up the sound with that. So that's why every time, folks, you hear the clapboard, you go, blah, 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 scene one, and they clap, or they clap the board, then they're syncing up the sound. So people really don't care, but I'm just telling you because... Hell, it's my podcast. I can say whatever. Welcome back, CryptoCop.
Thank you, David. Thank you for having me.
And the reason, folks, we had Tom up last week or a week and a half ago, and the reason he's back is because something happened to me that I wanted to share that may happen to all of you. And Tom, they know the story, but I'm gonna you know the story part, but they no. Here's what happened. Yesterday, I get a text on my phone that comes into my number. It said, "Dad, I lost my phone. I can't find it. I'm borrowing a friend's number. Get a hold of me at this number now, please. I need to talk to you." And they gave me, it was area code 917, blah, blah, blah. Of course, when you get something from your daughter, I'm emotionally hooked into that. And then I just stopped because I remembered our other podcast, and I looked up at the top of the screen, and the phone number that came in on the text was the country code of the Philippines. and I started laughing because I thought, oh, you guys got to get better at your scamming. So what I immediately did, Tom, which you taught me, is I got a hold of my daughter and sent her a text and said, "Did you just send me a text? I got that." She goes, "No way, I'm here." So I could eliminate that. So that's the scam. That's what we're going to talk about here, folks, Tom. And you did what on your YouTube channel? But they haven't heard this, so that's why I wanted to have you here.
It's
folks,
not a wrong number.
It's not a wrong number. Explain that.
It's not a wrong number. It's the beginning of a scam.
Explain that, please.
So the scammers are literally sitting in a boiler room, just like a regular call center, and they're literally just going through lists of thousands of numbers that they have
that they think are active.
Absolutely, okay. And they're blasting out text messages and waiting for somebody to respond. So it's not a wrong number. It's actually a scammer contacting you to start a scam.
So then how do they start the scam? So let's just play with that for a second. So all of a sudden I call that number. If I call that number and I believe what they wrote me and I get emotionally involved in it from the get-go, then that lets that phone number obviously leads to something of theirs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And always remember, their biggest weapon in a scam against you is urgency. So they create an emergency of some kind and then create urgency, and that forces you to do things. And the minute you get in a panic, the minute things become urgent, common sense turns off, and you do things that you would never have done before.
And bottom line, Tom, they're looking for money.
Absolutely.
That's what they're looking for. They're looking for money.
Gift cards, crypto, gold, you name it, anything of value.
And we've talked about this before because this is your work now that you do besides working for the Kansas Gaming Commission.
Absolutely.
But this is your work now to stop this and to let people know, aware of what's going on. Tom, why, I'll mess with them. If somebody sends me a text and they'll go, "Hey, Julie, do you want to meet for lunch today?" And I get that from a text, or I'm sure everybody listening gets something like that. He goes, "Hey, let's meet for lunch today," and I will write back and go, "Sure, where do you want to go?" Because I just want to mess with them, and that's not a good idea. Why?
Absolutely. Well, two reasons. One is that most likely the person that is sending out those texts has been human trafficked to conduct the scam business. So that could be a huge scam call center out of India, could be a huge scam center out of Cambodia, Myanmar, Thailand, anywhere. So there's thousands of people that have been human trafficked to conduct these scams.
They're tricked. They're tricked to get to the
Absolutely.
country, and when they get there, they promote the job as an IT job.
Yes.
They get there, they take their passports, and now
Now they're prisoner.
they're prisoner and slaves. And if they don't
And
produce,
they're literally doing it at gunpoint. The other reason is, even if they aren't successful in scamming you, the text has gone through, so they know that. And second off, you've responded, so now you've verified this is a good usable number, and that's also worth money because now they can sell it to other scammers as a good telephone number in the United States,
so that's
or England.
So that's a business. A business is, hey, this
That's
is
a
an
business.
active number. We didn't get a response, but hey, and they sell it to somebody, and they did. My God,
I mean, some of the biggest companies like Meta and things like that are also brokers of your data. So,
So don't respond.
absolutely,
The bottom
don't
line is
respond.
don't
Just
respond.
when you get those, don't respond. Merely hit report as junk, block.
And now, okay, when that happens, when you say report is junk, what really happens? Is it?
I really don't know what happens behind the scenes with
Yeah.
with your iPhone or your Android or whatever. I'm not sure what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I know it does cut down on those numbers, and that number will, if it calls you back, I mean, you've blocked it, so
Yeah,
they won't get anything.
so that's what I do. That's what you should do. So in my phone, it's a scam call, so I just let it keep ringing. I don't answer it, and then once it goes through, I go and do it and block it.
Sometimes I happen to use an iPhone, and sometimes on my iPhone it'll report that something's a potential scam.
Scam
call.
likely.
And I get those, and sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it is somebody I know. It just happens to be from another part of the country that I don't usually get calls from. And
But they'll leave a message.
They'll
though,
leave a
won't they?
message.
They'll leave a
Yeah.
message, right? But when it comes
And then
to
I can enter them as a contact in my contacts, and I never have that problem again.
So when something comes on my phone, for folks, especially, you may want to mess with them. People will say, I'm going to mess with them and do that. But when you mess with them, it's an active number now that they know, and they may not call you back again, but they're going to sell your number to other people. So now you're going to keep getting more calls from to your number, your text, or your email.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Anything else we need to know that we didn't cover on the last podcast we did about scammers? Because this is your profession now, is to stop scammers.
Yes.
And now, if you know somebody, especially is scamming somebody older, senior citizens, which they love to go after them because they're good at suckering them, you need to. Why is it important to get a hold of law enforcement?
Because law enforcement ultimately is the only people that can put a stop to it. Never ever. One of the big scams is like a crypto recovery company, and those crypto recovery companies are another scam. It requires law enforcement to recover your funds, your crypto funds. You have to have the power of subpoena, and the only people that have the power of subpoena are the courts. So it has to go through law enforcement and through the court system to either go through a civil asset forfeiture to get your funds back, or to a criminal seizure to get your money back. So it's highly important. Now, if you go to USCryptoCop.com, I have a free victims checklist on there that if you have been a victim, it walks you through what to do step by step if you think you've been the victim of a scam.
Give that website out again.
That's USCryptoCop.com. All one word, USCryptoCop.com. And there's a free victims checklist. So if you believe you've been a victim of a scam, please reach out. It's absolutely free, and that will walk you through step by step.
And will law enforcement really do something about it?
Absolutely.
Because you have some success stories, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, it's probably been 2 weeks ago now, we stopped a scam in progress.
Did you?
So, yeah, that was quite an interesting case because I had a scam baiter that contacted me, and I think we talked about it on your last podcast.
We may have, yeah.
I had a scam baiter from the Netherlands that contacted me that has given me some valuable information before.
Davari, is that his name?
DVR.
DVR.
Yeah. It's spelled strange. It's DEEVEEAAR. DVR.
Okay.
But it's pronounced DVR. He does a lot of YouTube videos where he's messing with scammers and hacking their computers and their phone systems. And he contacted me and said, hey, I've been watching an Indian call scam center, and I'm watching it live, and they're talking to a man in Kansas right now, and they are scamming him as I'm talking to you. And he's getting ready to give him money.
And wasn't he waiting in the parking lot of a bank? And,
Yes.
and the police came and stopped him from depositing the money
Well,
out
it was
of the bank.
about 167 miles from my office, so I obviously wasn't going to be able to get there in time. So I contacted the local police department, and they were actually able to stop the victim
About that.
in the bank parking lot. He was waiting for it to open.
Bless his heart.
So,
An older guy.
yes.
Of course, I say older guy. I'm 73. How old was he? Older.
Older.
Okay. I got to remember, man. I'm one of the older guys now. Tom, okay, just for fun, I found you found $5,000. You found $5,000. Would you go invest in crypto?
I am probably not the best person to get your investment advice from. I'm kind of a traditionalist.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you, I have zero in crypto. However, I really wish I'd invested in it about 10 years ago.
Is it really worth something now?
Oh, heavens, yes. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you invested.
If I'd invested in it 10 years ago when it was worth, pennies, yeah, I think one Bitcoin's like $83,000 or more.
So how do you? So now maybe I'm
I don't
asking.
know what it is today.
Maybe
It goes
I'm
up
asking.
and down.
Maybe I'm asking the wrong guy. This. So say you made whatever investment is, and now let's just round it off. It's $1 million. How do you get that $1 million? You have to sell that crypto to somebody else.
Yeah, you'd cash it out. You'd sell it out.
But you have to sell it to somebody else. I mean, you can't go. It's not like you can write a check off your crypto, take it to the bank,
Well,
and they're going to
no.
give you money.
Actually, you can. You can actually attach. MasterCard now has an option for attaching your a MasterCard to your crypto account. American Express is now coming out with an option for crypto attached to your account. I think just recently the first down payment on a house was made through Freddie Mac via crypto. So
Wow.
what a lot of people thought was a real fringe thing that was going to go away, it's becoming more and more mainstream every day.
That's what Warren Buffett said. I will never invest in that. He said it was no good, too dangerous to do. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. I mean,
Sure.
I'm the host.
Yeah.
And the host asked the questions.
If I was an investment guru, why I would have told you to invest in it 10 years ago.
But
So
now you're the crypto cop guru.
I am the crypto cop, and I'm going to teach you how to keep from being scammed.
Folks. That's Tom Albers, the crypto cop. Thanks for joining us today.
David, it's been a pleasure.
And again, I know that this is a short podcast, but go to. I'm going to stop the music just for a second, and I want people to go to your YouTube channel. What is that?
It's USCryptoCop.
That's it.
At USCryptoCop.
At
Yep.
USCryptoCop. Go there. I was watching a couple today, and it's really cool, folks, because what Tom does is he's sitting there looking at you in the camera, and he's telling you about the scams, telling you to be aware of it, what to watch out for, and what to do. So, again, that's a good one to go to. At CryptoCop.
Yeah, it's USCryptoCop on YouTube.
There you go. Tom Albers, thanks for joining us, folks. Don't answer those texts. Don't answer those emails, because you're going to get more and more and more and more. Even though you want to be a smart ass like me, stop it. Don't do it.
Yes.
Thank you, Tom.
My pleasure.
Beware of the scam, folks. You just have to laugh. What does this fit in the category of? Well, helping others. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're helping others.
And always remember, when you're not sure what to do, whether it's a scam or not, pause, verify, then act.
There it is. Final words from the Crypto Cop. We'll talk again soon, folks. And watch out for those scams.